And action!
Action.
Hair Say episode 12. Ding, 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 ding. Do you like our little prop in the background?
Something new.
Just thought we'll just throw that in there. Thank you, ORS Hair Care.
Yes, thank you.
Actually, it looks very nice.
Yeah, cool. So welcome to Hair Say.
Woo. First thing to mention is because we were featured on BET again.
Again, for the second time.
Cheers to us.
We were doing some tutorials for BET style sessions. So Tree does one where she trims her hair, and another one, which was the other one?
Natural hair styling tools.
That's it.
No, natural hair essentials.
That's it.
And you did a head wrap tutorial.
And upstyling your wash and go.
Wash and go. Like 3 simple styles. Mm-hmm. So if you haven't already seen the advert, just lock into BET, and you know, in between some shows, you'll just see us. Yay! Woo-hoo. So cheers to us, BET. Yay! Woo-hoo. Where do we start?
First, go and get some tea.
Boil that kettle. Yes. Have a pot, not just a cup, like a pot. I feel like we should start with the Pepsi advert. That almost seems like so long ago.
Yeah. So, lived under a rock, or just don't use social media. Pepsi decided to do this advert with Kendall Jenner, member of the Culture Appropriation Coven of Witches,
aka Kardashian. So their idea behind the advert was to promote unity. Sorry, I was actually thinking about the advert. It was to promote unity there, right? Yeah. And so you just see quite a multicultural group of people, no?
Yeah,
there were some Asian women,
one black woman,
some...
and there's 2 black women in the advert. One taking the photos.
But there were some Asian men and some Asian women that's in there, obviously with white people. And what they're actually doing, they're just celebrating, they're dancing and stuff.
It's supposed to be a protest.
No, but there's bits of their dancing.
That's why they don't know what they're doing. Yeah, it's supposed to be a protest. The police are there, and it's... So Kendall Jenner, first of all, she takes off her blonde wig and chucks it
dash it at some black girl, like like the GIF. This is what happens. So I'm walking through with my wig. I'ma just go for the door, like see a little black girl. The sound. I'm sorry about that. No, that's what happened. Burst her way through the crowd, like, move, I'm gonna sort out this problem. And when she gets up to she goes up to the police officer with a Pepsi in her hand, and you probably hear the and he drinks it, and everyone's like, yay! And when she's like, yay!
Don't know what they're celebrating.
I'm not too sure what they're celebrating. But basically, with that imagery and that visual, so it's a complete imitation of the visual with Aisha Evans during the protest in Baton Rouge with Alton Sterling. That's correct. When he was brutally murdered by a police officer. So we'll insert the clip here, right?
Yeah.
So you can see how it's very similar and basically why it created complete outrage.
So a lot of people were just like, it's just capitalizing and trivializing the struggle of people who protest, not just Black Lives Matter, but the natives against the pipeline in America. Like, the Pepsi's not there when these things are going badly. Like, how are you going to take this imagery when people are still suffering?
And how are you making light of it? Like, who came up with that idea?
It just popped off. Like, everyone popped off, and it got taken down, and you know, Kendall had a little white tear moment, and it was just like, okay, well.
And there was all these tweets and posts on Instagram like, oh, only if I had a Pepsi, then this would have been sorted out. And Martin Luther King's daughter was like, only if my dad had a Pepsi.
Yeah, like
because it is true, like, it just took the absolute mick.
Taking the mick. So
absolute piss.
That was number 1 in problematic racist news. Oh yeah, Kendrick. So Kendrick released Be Humble, this
I'm sure you've all heard it.
You've all heard it. It's a track. Like, I like
Kendrick.
the tune.
I was vibing to it.
It's cool.
Because obviously, like usual, I don't really watch music video stuff, but I had heard the song before I saw anything with the video. So I was just like, I mean, I heard people saying some stuff. I actually saw some pictures, but I actually didn't pay attention to it. And I will be honest with you. When I saw, I don't know, I was obviously living in a bubble. And then I saw the video and I genuinely didn't think anything of it. And then I saw all the comments and stuff, and I was like, "Oh, I definitely didn't pick up on it."
See, I did.
Honestly.
I was because of what the lyric that he says, right? So,
I think maybe because it is a song and you just vibe to the song.
yes,
so
the song is good.
I was
Like, I'm
just
not
like,
gonna
whatever.
And it's like a song where again he's quite black and proud, which is cool. But there is a bit of colorist kind of narrative that kind of sneaks in here, and I feel like when you in the lyric he says effing. Sick and tired of the Photoshop. Show me something natural like an afro on Richard Pryor. Now, Richard Pryor afro, if you know who Richard Pryor is, the black comedian in America that passed away, his afro is quite kinky, like it's a kinky afro. In the video, he features, I would say, a black woman, but who appeals to a different gaze. Like, she looks exotic, the racially ambiguous black woman with loose curly hair. And people got upset about it, and I get that, because at the end of the day, if you're saying an afro like Richard Pryor, but then you're featuring again a image that has been featured as beautiful all the time.
So isn't it just enough though that he's brought up the subject and he's still celebrating black women?
No, like that's fine, but I just feel like if you're gonna do it the like.
But does that actually like validate everyone then kicking off and making?
No, so I
felt like it turned like I said when I first saw the video, didn't even cross my mind. Then people broke it down, and I was like, oh, okay, I definitely see the point of view. There's like no doubt about that at all. But then I was like, would I take it to that extent of feel like people were really upset about it? And I'm not sure if I would take it that far.
So I didn't take it that far, but I like Kendrick, and I like
especially like I said, especially when you look at the bigger picture and you look at him as an artist and you look at other songs that he has made where there is a celebration of black women,
especially darker skinned women. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So looking at the bigger picture, I
get it, but in this particular instance where people are talking about this, I get that also, because at the end of the day,
do you think it was intentional? As a music video girl, do you think it was an intentional thing?
I just think it was an oversight. I feel like he felt slipped into a narrative that's very normal and very lazy, rather than pushing forward and just featuring a black woman with an afro where you say the word afro.
So her hair was how was her hair? Like,
longer and looser than mine.
Looser than yours.
Yeah.
So if he had featured someone that looked like this,
I thought that wouldn't work.
Call me old 79.
No, don't do that.
Oh yeah. But someone like this, do you think? But still with lighter skin, I mean, would that have still been okay, or would that still have been wrong?
I mean,
like, can he actually get it right?
Yeah.
No, yeah, I agree. I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Yeah, I think he could get rid of that. I would have done. I would have featured a dark skinned woman with afro. I would have done it. I think you, as Kendrick Lamar, knowing what people expect of you, could have done it. Like, I don't think it's that hard.
Yeah, it's not
I think maybe if he had a light skinned woman with an afro, would he have the same? I think he would, because it's also colorism still. But you never know.
Yeah, that's why I brought it up, because I was just gonna say, like, I think that it still would have been a problem. People were always gonna have something to say.
Yeah, but it's your art, and your art can be critiqued, and that doesn't mean to say you don't like the artist. People are very, very like think very laterally. Like, I was critiquing him, and people automatically took it as I don't like Kendrick. I never said that.
But some people, I think it is because probably at the time you were doing it, people were popping off.
Yeah.
And I stand my ground in saying I didn't think it was that severe of a thing.
No, I get it.
Of course, I 100% like.
Make your own choice. I know you said some problematic things in the past as well, but I don't have any faves. No faves. 2K17 in it. No faves. Simple.
Representation matters.
We know, like
we
know lighter skinned black women with looser curls are beautiful. We know. You've been telling us for time.
Yeah.
In hip hop music videos, it's age like come.
Yeah. Be the change, man.
That's it. And if that means you're only featuring dark skinned women, be the only one. Like, how many people are only featuring dark skinned women?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I wore simple things. Speaking of afros, the Daily Mail put such a touching piece about I can't even say that seriously. Sorry. About this little white girl
This little white girl.
I don't know what her name is.
Let's just call her Becky, shall we?
The horrible illness.
Serious condition. We all just need to take a moment, deep breath, when we think about the pain and the struggle she goes through on a daily basis.
With uncombable hair syndrome.
Okay.
I know. Hold back the tears.
Wait, can you just repeat what it's called, please?
Uncombable hair syndrome.
Like, you can go to your doctors and they can just be like...
I mean, do you get time off for sick for this? Because
I mean, that's what
I've been suffering with this all my life.
I mean, I must be real ill. Seriously.
And
I mean,
I
I need a payout for this or something.
This syndrome has no other implications on mental health, neurological health, anything. It's just the hair.
So, as I'm just typing it into Google, because, you know, I might suffer from this, so I have to do my research, of course. The uncombable hair syndrome is a rare disorder of the hair shaft of the scalp. And it is unusually categorized by silvery blonde or straw-colored hair that is disorderly, stands out from the scalp, and cannot be combed flat. It may first become apparent from 3 months of age to 12 years of age. Most cases of isolation, but in some cases, it has been described as a disease. What? No.
Are you being serious?
So the syndrome has been found to be caused by mutations in the genes. No, this is a joke.
What, you gonna name a disease after it? That's your type of hair, bro. Are you being serious?
You ain't gonna die. A disease. A disease, bruv. A disease.
Are you being
And then
serious?
they try to say that somebody like Albert Einstein also suffered from this deadly condition. This is what's really going on in the world. I mean, these are first world problems.
Poor Becky.
So, let us pray. Okay, done.
Okay. So,
Mr. Montana.
aka French Mackerel.
Does anyone listen to him anymore?
Nobody. And that was the
Oh
point.
wait, so we shouldn't say that because he might come for us.
Do you know what I mean?
And,
that was the point of somebody's tweet. He's not relevant. We all know this.
and we all agree. We are all in definite agreement of that statement. Yes.
But Mr. Mackerel feels different.
Oh, he was not happy.
He found this lady's tweet on Twitter and she basically said...
Might I add that she did not even tag him in it?
No.
So
She didn't
he's
tag
obviously
him.
being at home, doing nothing because he ain't making no music or nothing no more, searching his name on Twitter and came across this tweet because, you know, he wasn't tagged in it, so...
Okay. And he proceeded to find this tweet where this woman calls him irrelevant. And instead of going, you know, from 0 to 1, he goes to 0 to Z. And basically calls her a nappy-headed, crusty, musty ass bitch or something like that. And he ain't black. And even if he was, that's still anti-black.
Why would you say such a thing? That response, in comparison to like what she actually said.
I know.
Like,
it's like
he just went like
way left.
Why are you that upset by that tweet? Unless it was true.
So he got read on Twitter. Bare people came from, including us, and and he's basically, firstly, like, people were like, "You're racist," and he goes, "I can't be racist or whatever. I was born in Africa or whatever." People started trying to cape for him, telling him his parents are Somalian. His parents are not Somalian. He's Moroccan, and he's non-black Moroccan. Yeah. Don't get it twisted.
So his response was, "Oh, but my son is black, and you know I grew up in Africa, and I've got some, you know, African kids in my music videos and stuff. Like, I just love Africa."
Every time someone gets caught doing something wrong to black people, the first response,
Nah.
let's go into Africa, get some African kids to come dance around us, like, yeah.
There was that. Bye, Mr. Montana.
Bye.
Cancelled. So let's talk about Nivea. Let's talk about Nivea. So Nivea has a new poster advert, promoting their invisible deodorant. You might be familiar with it. If not, it doesn't matter. And so they had an image of a very white and bright image of a white lady with dark brown hair. You just see the back of her sitting on a bed or whatever. Then with the sort of caption,
White is purity.
White is purity. Olivia, y'all alright?
You good, bro? What
you know doing? You're advertising deodorant, right?
Not racist propaganda, right?
Yeah, so their white is purity was on the poster, but in like their caption or whenever they post it, I think they post it on like, Facebook, social media, etc. It said, keep it clean, keep it bright, don't let anything ruin it. What the hell does this have to do with deodorant? Nah, insert clip, insert the poster right now. What is this? You're mocking. I'm done.
White is purity. These people get paid money,
Mocking. Took the ultimate piss. White is purity. And then there's, obviously, as usual, we apologize. We didn't intend to offend anybody and did it. Shut up, bro. Shut your mouth. When you see this advert, when you see this poster, it makes no sense.
It doesn't make anything.
It has nothing to do with deodorant.
It looks like an advert that would be in a modern dystopian future where white race is. Oh, okay, wait, hold on, ain't that now? It looks like something that would be in a racist version of the Hunger Games.
Like, yeah. No, literally. like, we need to edit that. We need to edit that poster to what y'all were really trying to say. But we see you. Twitter saw you. All up in there.
So also we should make an announcement or just say our respects to Darcus Howe, who was instrumental in the Black British civil rights and Black Panther movement over here, and he recently passed away. So we just want to pass on our respects to him and say our thanks to him for all that he's done
and contributed.
Yeah, because just comparing the the dynamic of Black people in the UK, we do have a lot of opinion and influence because of what was done by Darcus Howe and others back in the day. We've had a lot of influence on our situation where we have at least had the flexibility to try and make ourselves comfortable in this country when settling here. So as compared to other countries where a lot of Black people aren't even counted or,
you know, played a big part.
Yeah, so he played a lot of part. So we just want to say thank you, Darcus Howe, and a cheers to you.
Where do I start? Oh yeah, Shea Moisture. So, Shea Moisture. I mean, I don't want to say it, but we told you so.
If you don't follow us on social media, our opinion has quite changed since we last discussed Shea Moisture on Hearsay.
What was our last discussion?
Break the Walls.
Oh, right.
So since then, we have drastically changed.
They have drastically changed.
Basically.
So, as you know, Shea Moisture, they have always been a company. I don't care what anybody tries to say. They have been a company that caters to Black women and curly, kinky hair care.
From the get-go.
From the start. Ain't nobody telling me any different.
No.
Ain't happening.
Because
Black women were the demographic were the people who were buying and supporting your brand, and they are the people
and blogging about it,
made it what it is. Don't try me. So when you came with the breaking walls, breakdown, something, whatever it's called, ain't even relevant anymore. Whatever that's called.
And we were like, you know
we
what?
We were like, yeah, cheers.
And because you're a Black-owned company, we gave you the benefit of the damn doubt.
And they were seen to be supporting.
Yes.
Right?
There were Black bloggers in that advert.
We were just like, yes, come through. We were really happy because we were like, obviously a Black-owned brand. And they were doing really well. And they were just a representation, you know?
True say, I did listen to Seren Sensei's video on the afters, like her take. And I was like, oh, snap. But go back. We had the launch in the UK. I was present at the launch. I specifically asked a question to, I can't remember his name, but it's something.
Irrelevant.
Yeah. And we actually vlogged it, so it's there. And I asked the question, will you be keeping black women at the forefront or the focus on the black community, given that you've sold some of your shares to Bain?
So the mindset was already there. The question came out.
The question was already there because we were already like, okay.
I gave you the benefit of the doubt.
Got affirmative answer.
Okay.
You're too damn liar. How long are we going to hold it for?
So now they bring out this advert that, I mean, is it actually titled something? Is it a proper campaign?
I nobody know.
But anyway, it's talking about Shea Moisture is just so good for my hair. Oh yeah, you need to use it. It's so nice and soft, and I've always been looking for a product like this. Yes, but who is actually saying this stuff? There's a white woman with ginger hair, more or less straight, right?
I didn't see no white people with curly hair. I would be vexed still, but I would understand it more.
There was two blonde women with straight blonde hair. There was a mixed race girl, light skin, with loose curly hair. And that's it.
And at the end, all you see is like this little, collage video thing?
Yeah.
And a couple black people in there.
So Twitter's popping off, Instagram's popping off, sorry. But we obviously already had...
We had mentioned this already.
We
went off.
And we called them out on it already. When we sort of started to see signs about how, Shea Moisture's for all. They're going on this whole All Lives Matter tangent.
And it's, what the flip are they doing?
So we questioned it.
We questioned it. The UK PR company that represents Shea Moisture came back to us with this, we're based in Croydon. Croydon is multicultural. Okay. How the event where they launched was very multicultural, how they had mostly black bloggers, and I was like, yes, I was there. I asked the question. Your point being, evidently you're going the opposite direction. Shea Moisture's UK page, I'm sorry, they just...
Anyway, my thoughts, I think it's damn right rude and disrespectful.
And dotty.
Because I'm just like, you've literally just erased, do you know what I mean, the whole demographic of people. Not only that, because there are a lot of brands that do that, but the demographic of people that help build your company.
Build you. We built you.
How are you going to do that?
Don't try it. From the time I was going natural, Shea Moisture was the main product that we were using. Don't try it, bro.
How are you going to do that? No, that's beyond disrespectful. And then their responses, when people try and call them out, oh no, we it's for all. Since when, bro?
But it's not even that. If it's for all,
then include all.
Thank you. How hard? Why is there always excuses excuses to stop featuring black women with afros, dark-skinned black women that created this scene with afros in your adverts? What is the reason? There is no reason.
Strategy, because this stuff is not an accident.
No.
You don't just, we forgot to feature. No, it's strategic.
They know what they're doing.
It's a strategic plan, and you know what you're doing.
And you know what gets me is...
But it's cool. We gonna take our coins elsewhere.
So
you ain't gonna get the coins from the black women no more. You're gonna get the white women being like, oh, you know what? This product's my hair's so
too
greasy, and it's cool. Then we'll see where this all goes. Because I'm gonna sit back
with them 2,500 products you just released, for what reason?
Changing their formula now. The lighter film, not as heavy anymore. Since when have white girls done that anyway?
They have their own products. They have John Frieda and all that crap. They know.
They have a whole load.
They do.
Might I add.
Bruv, listen. And you know what gets me about the advert, right? Is that the fact the advert talks about hair hate. Who was hating on these white women with their straight hair?
Ultimate disrespect.
Who? I want to know who. Receipts.
What hair hate have they experienced, please?
I know they've been dealing out some hair hate.
I'll wait.
Black women in general have received the most discrimination against their hair.
Still waiting.
And you're talking about hair hate with Susan and Sandra, who ain't ever
But it's alright.
It's all right.
And you know what? They had the nerve, the audacity,
The caucasity
to bring out that advert and think that no one was going to say anything.
No. I feel like they knew.
It was a plan.
They knew.
They knew that black women were going to send this video viral.
They popped it off.
They knew. You can't not know. Like I said, it's not just started from this video. This has been something way back.
Shea Moisture
Shea Moisture know that black women are irritated with them and have an issue. And they brought this out. It's like that's what I mean. It's strategy. It's like very strategic. They knew what they were doing. And they knew that we wouldn't be happy about it. And they knew that we would pop off about it.
Yep.
And we have made the video go viral now. And everyone's talking about Shea Moisture. Shea Moisture is probably trending. And then Rachel Donzel is probably out there like, oh, I don't see nothing wrong with this. What's going on? I mean, she might as well be the ambassador for Shea Moisture. Shea Moisture is cancelled, y'all. Just finish the products that you already have. Don't go giving them your coins because they don't love you no more. Simple. Point blank, period. They haven't loved you for a long time. We caught this for a long time ago. Like, for real, this has been an ongoing thing about all hair matters and all that kind of stripping. Hair hate. Really? Like, they've actually crossed them. They've
crossed the line.
They've crossed the line.
Crossed
now.
the line.
Like, no respect for them whatsoever.
The damn
like,
line.
I don't care. You've done the most. You've actually done the most.
Like,
when you know, like, a brand don't care about you. Shea Moisture don't care about us at all. And don't try and tell me they never did, because they did.
Thank you. That's what I'm gonna say.
Do you know what I mean? People are like, oh, but it's a big corporate brand.
No.
They don't
Shea
care.
Moisture used to be one of the most instrumental black communities in the companies in the black, especially black blogging community, supporting all these black bloggers and stuff like that. And no doubt they'll still work with them. But from time you are changing your marketing to address the all, when the all is actually fine. It's the people who were down and out, being discriminated against, that got you to the place of success that you are. Not just in America, but in the UK too.
Internationally.
Don't try it.
We're just not here for it. Yeah, you do not have our support. You haven't had our support for a long time. But, you know, we just kind of kept it under wraps. We were like, okay, let's just see how this plays out. They might just try and bring it back and turn it around.
We gave it the benefit of the doubt.
We'll just still do our little thing. I mean, I do like their castor oil lines. There's some few good lines there that you're like, okay, cool. It's not about the actual product. It's about them as a brand and what they're representing and who they're trying to represent now. It's like your whole message, your whole ethos is just confused. You're confused. You're just going where the coins are, where the money's are. But it's cool when the black money just goes. Whoop,
and you know we're one of the biggest spenders in the industry. So I don't know what you're talking
about. Good luck with that one.
But the thing is, when white companies want to look for all, or they want to address all, they have all white and probably one on, ambiguous black woman, or a full on like unambiguous black woman. One. Just, we cater to you too. Speaking of, Pantene, not black owned. Look at their advert.
So how are you going to have Shea Moisture, which is part of black owned now? You have Pantene, which is obviously not. And I must admit, the advert for the Pantene is gorgeous. I was like, yes, I was feeling that advert.
It's nice.
Proper celebration.
I'm not going to buy it, but because I know what they're doing.
Yeah.
But it's a nice advert.
I'm just talking about in terms of marketing, advertising, and representation, spot on. And you're trying to tell me someone like Shea Moisture
don't understand that.
Lies. They know exactly what they're doing.
I'm just
and
so
I will be
disappointed.
really, and people will still go out there and buy Shea Moisture. But as long as you know, like, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do.
Make
Works
your
for your
own
hair
choice,
and all that kind of stuff. Perfect. But just know, just to have that knowledge, that background knowledge of what these companies are out here doing, and the fact that these companies aren't out here for you. They don't care about you. So there's a whole load of companies, black-owned companies, UK companies that can support, that you should be supporting.
We tweeted out a thread.
Out here for you, have perfectly amazing products, you know what I'm trying to say? So there are other options. So I don't want to hear no one chatting about they don't know other options and nothing else works for my hair.
Listen, and if you are a black-owned company with hair products now, up your marketing right now. This is the time. Get your marketing out there. Get your customers. So, good luck with that one, darling.
So Pantene now have a black hair care. What? Pantene now have a black hair care range, which features products such as a co-wash. It's a curl performance shampoo in there. There's a curl custard. I think there's an oil something. There's a deep conditioner.
It's just it's like brand blackface again when we talked about it, where you have these black brands with white models, and they're trying to seek validation from this greater demographic that they seem to exist. And then you've got white-owned brands that see the power of the black demographic and use their marketing to target us specifically.
And their marketing has been done very well.
Yeah.
You know,
they must have black people on that team.
And obviously, it's not something that I'm interested in going to try it out or anything like that. But I probably assure you, I bet their products are probably pretty good. They have the money. They've done the research. They have the money to do it. And this is what happens, because companies and organizations and businesses will see what's going on in the industry, see what's popular. They, like you said, we are the demographic that spends how much money on beauty and hair care. They see that, they know that. So they'll come along. They have the facilities and everything to create these products probably at a cheaper price.
Yes.
You know what I'm trying to say? Because when you have small companies and stuff, it's difficult.
It's hard for them.
So
and that's why you should support them.
And I understand that, like, when you do go to smaller companies, their products and stuff are a bit more expensive, but they're not in the same league in that sense of being able to mass produce and all that stuff for prices to be $3.99 for.
Yeah.
So of course it is going to be a bit more expensive, but then Pantene will come along and it will be something that's cheap, and then people will just flock to them, not even giving it a second thought.
But this is what I'm going to say. Sometimes it's not about representation. It's about power. And you know, with all that we're saying with Shea Moisture, I don't know what they're doing in the black community. They could be taking the money that they're earning and doing some stuff for the black community. I don't really know. So from that point, I'm going to say right now, I don't know what they're doing. They could be doing some good work on the backhand side that we don't know about. But just in terms of representation, just in terms of representation, like, it's very key. But at the same time, you need to think about where this business's money is going. Is Pantene going to put money back in the black community? Highly doubt it. Because they were fine with their Pantene Pro V when we were using it, right? Don't get it twisted. It's not about just representation. It's also about power. So if Pantene was like, oh, hey, Jay, we have this new range. It would be perfect for you. Would you be like, yeah, sure. You're going to pay me?
Let me try it, yeah.
You're going to pay me?
But don't they have something with shea butter as well?
Everyone has something with shea butter nowadays. My cat had something with shea butter. I don't even have a cat.
But I do like the advert, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, the advert's
But
nice.
yeah, so Shea Moisture's cancelled. Pantene's trying to come through. Yeah.
Pepsi's cancelled. I don't drink Pepsi anyway. You shouldn't.
Nivea just done lost their man. I'm not sure about that. There's a deadly disease going around, uncombable hair syndrome. You just might want to watch out for that one.
Couple artists did a couple bit of black faces, thinking that they were slick, but they're not.
And ting. And then, you know, big up Kendrick, but Kendrick did his thing. And
French Mackerel is cancelled. So a couple announcements about events that are happening on May the 21st. We are having a workshop with the Teen Experience, which is a collaboration between Here Is Simba, our girl, and Treasure Tress, Jamelia, our girl. And so we're going to be doing workshops for young teens, black and mixed race teens, to work on self-confidence, self-esteem, beauty standards, etc.
And learning how to own it.
Yes.
And we'll be having very in-depth conversations, but also in a safe space. So it'll be really great to bring them along, anyone you know who will be interested. And it's something that I really wish that was available. I had access to when I was that age as well. So I think it's really, really important.
So it's for 12 to 19-year-olds, I believe. And we'll put the link in the description box below.
As you know, in June the 6th, we are going to Tobago with Divas in Paradise. There are 2 spaces left, I believe. Currently, by the time this goes out, probably still 2 spaces left. So if you are interested, please go to divasinparadise.com.
Put the link below as well.
Yes, and register, sign up. There's not long left. You have until the 5th of May. So go.
Yeah, and we're thinking about hitting up Trinidad whilst we're in Tobago.
So you know.
It's only like a £25 flight, so you need to.
So if anyone wants to come. And we'll be doing sisterhood workshops as well as going on adventures, eating good food.
Going on the... I can't wait! Before we even go to Tobago, 3rd of June, there's the Black Bloggers event that I'll be speaking at. Tree will be walking up whilst I'm at an event.
I'll be in Berlin, so guys.
But that is on the 3rd of June, and we'll post the link below as well to let you guys know. And I'll be giving a 15-minute talk on about building our brand, about kink, etc.
Don't get scared without me, then.
I know. I'm gonna be doing it all by myself. I'm getting so nervous and stuff.
I mean, I'll be at the party, so it's cool.
I'd say. And then in June we have Manchester Black History Festival that we'll be at as well. So we'll put the link below. So a lot of events coming up actually,
Yes.
not necessarily hair events only, but yes,
we'll be doing a talk there, so that'll be good. But yeah, a lot of exciting things happening. As usual, thanks for your support. We hope you've enjoyed this episode of Hearsay.
Yep.
Please share your comments because you guys give us so much jokes.
We do love your comments. It's actually hilarious.
Please do share. And yeah,
and subscribe.
Of course, do subscribe, and we will see you in episode 13.